everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica. Today's video is going to be a let's chat about how I plan and record keep. So as you all know, I try to be as child-led as possible. I'll link my child-led video up here for you guys. But I am still very type A. I like to check a box. And you can't check a box if you're letting your child lead, because you have no clue where they're going to lead. So you can't make a box to check beforehand. And so I struggled with that for a really, really long time. I'm not going to lie. Like, that was a huge struggle for me because I wanted to let her lead. I wanted her to love, like really, really love learning. But I didn't know how to do that and still satisfy my type A box checking personality. So it took me a long time and a lot of trial and error before I finally found something that works, and it has worked consistently for us for a while now. So I wanted to share it with you guys. It's super simple, but just in case you're like, I can't let them lead because I need to check boxes and I need to plan, maybe this is the thing you're looking for. So this is my planner. In case you want to see inside it, I will link that up here for you guys too. And what I do for my homeschool is I decide how many kind of lessons or how many times I want to hit that thing. So we homeschool 4 days a week, so I figure language arts needs to be covered every day, and so does math. So I have language arts written down 4 times and math written down 4 times, and then our Passport to Adventure unit study, which I have the teacher's manual for that, so I don't really need to list everything out. I just want to make sure we get, that unit study done for that week. So the glory of it being written like this is what I do is whenever we hit language arts, I check the box because we did language arts, and then in this space right here, I just write a short little note of whatever we did because I don't know what we're going to do. It could be anything for language arts. Maybe, we actually do a lesson in Grammar Galaxy. Maybe we just do some of the, Usborne Spelling White Clean book. Maybe we play a game. Maybe she read me 2 books. I mean, that's language arts. So whatever we do for language arts, when we're done, I check that box because we're done. And then I write, read 2 chapters of whatever, or Grammar Galaxy 14, or, played Super Sleuth. Whatever it is, I just write it down there. Number 1, that gives me a broad record of what we've done. And then number 2, it allowed me to check a box. And then at the end of the week, if I feel like, man, we really haven't gotten to anything or, done anything or whatever, I can look and go, we hit language arts 4 times this week and we hit math 4 times this week. And then I can let myself off the hook. Because don't think I'm beyond homeschool mama guilt, because I totally get it. We all get it at sometimes. So I'm not beyond that. Just because I, let my child lead as much as possible, it's not all, rainbows over here. And also I want to say, we don't necessarily have to only hit language arts and math every day. So if she wanted to play 4 language arts games today and she was like really into them and it was 4 different language arts games, I would totally count that as 4 language arts and check it off and write it down, and then we would be done for the week. If she wanted to do, like this whole spelling book, I would probably easily count that for 2 because it's like 20 to 30 pages. She said, oh, I'm really, really feeling Grammar Galaxy, Mom. Can we do another one? Yeah, totally. And I'm going to count that, as 1 or 2 or however many lessons that we do. And I am fine with, like if we do 4 language arts things today, I'm good with marking that off and calling the week done for language arts. Same thing with math. If we, play, catch and fish, then I will mark that off and write catch and fish on there for math, and we've done math 1 time. If we, play piggy bank and catch and fish, well, then we did math, twice. Let's say we, where is it? We, read through the lift the flap first math. Either I read it or, she read it and did it by herself. Well, then that counts for math. So I would check the math box and write lift the flap first math. I don't write, like a ton of details. I'm very broad, but it gives me an idea of, what we did. The other thing I do is I take tons of pictures, not just because I post tons of pictures, but because I want to document our homeschool journey. So at the end of every week, after I have jotted down, very short, simple things and checked off those boxes for the week, I use the app OneNote for my record keeping. and I type a summary of the week. So I just say, this week, for instance, we are doing the Passport to Adventure Civil War unit. So I'll say, this week we're learning about the Civil War, and maybe we went on a field trip to see a Civil War reenactment, and we, played these games, and we read these books or whatever, and I list games played, and I list out the games we played, and I list shows watched, and I type out the shows that we watched, and then I add all of the pictures that I've taken from the week. So I have in OneNote, if you go look at OneNote, it's very similar to Evernote, so whichever one is your thing is fine. OneNote is just colorful, and I'm visual, so I like the color. But I have a folder, and it's just, weekly, first grade weekly logs, and then it's dated for, week 1 with the date, week 2 with the date. And then I have, my paragraph that I write, all of the games we've played, the shows we've watched, and then the pictures from that week. And so anything that she's done, that's like a piece of paper, I scan that in, and then I scan it as a PDF, and I attach that into that week's OneNote as well, so that at the end of the year, I'm done. I have my portfolio completely ready to go electronically, and I also don't have to keep any paper because I've already scanned it, it's attached to the week, and I can just throw the paper straight in the garbage. So that has no clutter for me. It's super easy because I've been able to do a very broad plan, follow Emily's, lead almost completely, still feel like I've accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish for the week, and then all I have to do is write a little summary of what we did and load my pictures and scan up any paper, and that's it. That is my planning and record keeping, and that's all I do. That way I don't have physical cluttering things up. I also still get to check that box, which just really, really makes me happy. So if you are a type A box checking mom and you want to loosen the reins and you don't know how, as simple as it sounds, I highly suggest something to this degree. You can just write language arts and put 4 little boxes or 5 boxes, however many times you want to hit that subject. Math, you can put science, geography, music, art, anything you want to hit, and then be creative in how you hit it and be open-minded to how you hit it. Maybe your kid played rock band for 2 hours. I mean, that's totally music, so count it, Be creative and be open to the ideas of, how you're going to hit those things, and be okay with doing, 4 math in one day if that's the way they're at. I mean, this isn't public school. You don't have to do every subject every day. There's not a bell. So anyway, that's how I plan, and that's how I record keep. And if you have some genius revolutionary way that you plan or record keep, I would love to know, because I know that my way may not be perfect even though it's working for me. So let me know in the comments down below how you plan or record keep for your homeschool.